Welcome back everybody to more Madden 17 news. We have more information to talk about, and today's video will be all about equipment. I know for many this is a really important aspect of the game, and whenever there is news talked about, I always see comments saying, how about new cleats, new face masks, new helmets? Well, today we get to finally talk about that. As always, I am referencing articles from EA Sports directly, and those articles are linked down below in the description. I'll be showing screenshots from the article and talking about the information here. Let me know what you think of this information down below in the comments section, and let's dive into this first article. They first talk about how player and coach gear has been refreshed. We've seen a lot more licensed gear from screenshots in the gameplay that has been shared. We've seen Cam Newton's Under Armour cleats. But let's begin with this article and helmets. There are new helmets. We have the Riddell Speed Flex, the Shut Vengeance, and the Rawlings Tachyon. I'm doing my best here with pronunciation. I'm not all that familiar with the equipment. But those are the new helmets, and they've updated the Air XP, the Rawlings NRG, the Riddell Revo Speed, and the Zenith. Then we get to face masks, and they have a bunch of new ones here, so bear with me while I go through this list. For Speed Flex, there is the 2-bar, the robot running back, 3-bar running back, 3-bar linebacker, and full cage. For Vengeance, you get the 2-bar, robot running back, 3-bar running back, and full cage. Revo Speed, you get the cage and the grid. The Riddell 360, you get the robot 2, 3-bar linebacker, full cage. And then there is the standard half cage 2. And then you get to updated face masks. You have the standard 3-bar running back, 3-bar running back single, 3-bar running back jagged, the standard bull running back, full cage 2, then the Revo 3-bar running back, robot 2, full cage 2, the Revo Speed full cage 2, the Zenith 2-bar, robot running back, 3-bar running back, and full cage. That is a lot of face masks. I don't know a lot about them. But for those of you that are more knowledgeable about this kind of thing, I do want to know what you think, because I just see a lot of options, and I like having a lot of options for making, especially my incoming rookies. I want to give them all their own defined look and not make them so generic. So just more options is good news to me, but I would love to know what you guys think. Then we get on to gloves, and this is probably the one that I really care about the most, because my favorite positions on the field are like wide receiver, defensive back, so I'm always looking at what kind of gloves I can give them. And we have new gloves, the Nike Hyper Beast, Vapor Jet Knit, the Super Bad, the Under Armour Swarm F5, and the Adidas 5-Star 5.0. From this screenshot we see a few of the Nike designs, and I do like the ones on the end, although the one in the middle is pretty cool too. But I guess it depends on which color scheme your team has. The gloves can always have a cooler look with certain teams. But I always like customizing the gloves and the cleats for players. And we've seen the Under Armour cleats from Cam Newton. We have an Adidas cleat here in this screenshot. And there are more cleat screenshots here. These are the Nike Vapor Untouchables, and most of these cleats always look great with the Seahawks. Then you have the Untouchable 2 right here. Other Nike cleats in the game are the Lunar Beast, Zoom Code Elite, the Alpha Pro 2 3/4 TD, and the Vapor Carbon Elite TD. Another screenshot here with a couple more designs on display. And then we get to Under Armour. They have the Under Armour Spotlight, Brawler, Highlight, Player Exclusive. Then there is something called the Player Exclusive Retro, the Adidas Freak X Kevlar, the Adidas Addy 0 5-Star. I feel like I'm learning a new language over here. But a lot of these new designs are very cool. I don't know a lot about them, and when I watch football, I normally am not paying a lot of attention to the cleats, but I know a lot of people do, and especially in Madden. But these Under Armour ones, and a lot of the new Nike ones, they look great. And I'm definitely going to spend more time this year doing customization. In the next section, they talk about how they've added new accessories that will visually separate each player and make them look more like their real-world counterparts. So here is Cam Newton, of course. We see the Under Armour cleats. There are one-arm sleeves. These will be set on each player that wears this style via the default roster, so the players in Madden will match their real-world counterparts. These sleeves can also be customized when editing and creating players. Updated wrist tape options, black, team primary color, and team secondary colored wrist tape. I like that. Updated the ankle tape options and renamed them to half spat and full spat. All the new sleeves, gloves, and shoes are set up for color swapping to match each team's primary and secondary colors, as well as black and white. That covers the new gear for the players, but the coaches have also had new gear put into the game. And they've updated to the latest styles of NFL sideline gear, and there are 12 new gear packages that can be chosen from when creating a coach in franchise. These of course are all Nike, and they are the Dry Fit Touch Fleece Full Zip, the Elite Coach HZ Sweatshirt, the Elite Coach Polo, Elite Coach HZ Full Zip Hoodie, Elite Hybrid Jacket, Lockdown Jacket, NFL Property of Circuit Crew, Property of Circuit Pant, Performance Practice Hoodie, Modern Crew, Hooded Sweatshirt, Free Trainer, 5v6 Shoe. You get an idea of what some of this is going to look like in the second article with the behind the scenes, and here's a look at a custom Cardinal coach, and with this look you definitely do look a lot more like a coach than you have in the past. When I play franchise and do my series, I always make a coach and you see him on the field, but he never really looks like a coach, and I think in Madden 17 when I do my new series I'll end up actually showing my coach a lot more often with the improved gear and their reactions post-play, and I've mentioned that in news articles prior, so it sounds like it should be a lot more interesting to see your coach on the sidelines in Madden 17. And this second article goes more into just how they put all these gear pieces into the game and how detailed they are. And there are many screenshots showing these cleats up close, like this one here of the Dolphin player, and the cleats do look great. We all know that customizing your coach in the past has been pretty basic and there haven't been many options for gear, and there are obviously 12 new ones in this game. And they've also worked on representing a whole range of ethnicities, and they, in the article mentions, they took trips across the nation with a head scanning rig to scan heads of people who fit the look of a coach, old and young. So your look of the coach should be a lot more unique in Madden 17, and that should make it a lot more fun to actually be a coach. And for me, someone who wants to make a series in franchise mode, I definitely plan on showing off my coach a lot more often. And with the new options for customizing your players, I will take more time this year to customize my players, and it's always a requested part of like my off-season streams, showing how I'm going to give a look to every new player and try to give my players more unique looks. I usually customize a couple of the options when I have a draft class come in, and if you follow my series, you know I'm always trying to draft a bunch of players, so there are a lot of different custom options to do with like a 10-player draft class I usually end up with. But if you look at just various NFL players, you see that there are a lot of different helmets that are used that I for so many years only used like Revo Speed and just kept it pretty simple. But there are a lot of options out there, it looks like, with Madden 17, and I want to know what you guys think. And I'm also interested, like, how much time do you guys spend in the customization stuff in franchise mode? Is that something that's really important to you? Is it something that you spend a lot of time doing? I guess I'm interested because that's not really how I've ever played the game. I always spend some time in customization because I don't want them to all look the same, but I don't put as much time into that as a lot of people do. Anyway, that is it for the information today. Thank you all for watching another Madden 17 news video. I have made a handful of these prior to this one, so check out the playlist link down below if you want to see any of the other news with Madden 17. And this kind of falls in line with presentation, and I have talked about the earlier presentation changes already. I'm not sure what other news we can expect soon. Maybe some Ultimate Team or something. I don't think they've talked about that very much. But if you're new to my channel and you want to see more of these Madden 17 news videos, subscribe to it. And I do a lot of content that isn't news related, just on the games themselves, playing, and my main series is franchise. Currently on Madden 16 I have a Jaguars franchise. We are in the 4th season. Definitely check that out and I'll give you an idea of what to expect come Madden 17. And for those asking, no, I have not settled on a team yet. There are some that I have been debating. And if you want to leave your suggestions down in the comment section for whatever reasons you want that team, just let me know. Also, regarding a player-based series, I don't know if I'll be doing one on Madden 17, but I'll see how much I can do with Andy McKenzie finishing up the Madden 16 season, and Madden 17 comes out in less than a couple months. But that's it for today, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.